Gary Painter is a sheriff from Midland County, Texas, and he's going to lend his expert policy analysis on the issue of ISIS. This is fun.
What are you hearing? What is this alert about?
Well, I received an intelligence report that said that there was ISIS cells that were active in the Juarez area, which is northern part of Chihuahua State, and that they were moving around over there, that they had just that there was some activity, and for the sheriffs along the border to be on the alert, for all law enforcement to be on the alert, and to be on the lookout for these people maybe trying to come across.
Are you saying that ISIS is ready to come across, poised to perhaps execute what they have threatened to do, attacks on the United States, drown us in our own blood? Is that what you are saying?
Well, I'm saying the border is wide open. There is no control on the border. It's not shut off. There's places along the Rio Grande you can walk across. There's no water in it. I worked the border for 8 years. I walked back and forth across the Rio Grande. I was in Mexico. I was on this side and never got challenged. And there's always a way to get across. There's coyotes that bring those people across for thousands of dollars, but they'll bring them into that area and then wait when the time is right, and they'll bring them across the river.
Sure, why not?
We have found copies or people along the border where the trails of these people come across have found Muslim clothing. They have found Quran books that are laying on the side of the road or side of the trail. So we know that there are Muslims that have come across and being smuggled into the United States.
What is your message for the White House, and what is your message for ISIS, ISIL, and terror cells in the making?
If they show their ugly head in our area, we'll send them to hell. And I think the United States need to get busy. And they need to bomb them. They need to take them out. I would like for them to hit them so hard and so often that every time they hear a propeller on a plane or a jet aircraft engine that they urinate down both legs.
Fox News just had this guy on as an expert. Oh my God, you're so dumb. You invited on the love child of Boss Hogg and Bull Connor. What a living stereotype that man is of Texas Sheriff, Mr. Law and Order. Let me tell you something. See, we were walking down by the border and we saw that there was prayer rugs and Korans down there. And we got ISIS is coming across the border, ladies and gentlemen. Now understand something. Is there any validity to that claim? Fuck no! You know what he's talking about? There was one article, I think it was in the Daily Caller or some other bullshit right-wing blog, where they got their information from a right-wing militia that was trolling the border, and they said, oh my God, we found a prayer rug. They took a picture of it. You know what it ended up being? A soccer jersey. Now, which one fits the demographics more of somebody crossing the southern border? I ask you, a Muslim prayer rug or a soccer jersey? Sweet Jesus, these guys are so dumb. Now, other than that, that's it. There's no other evidence. There's nothing. There's nothing. The Muslim population in Mexico is negative 47 people, okay? The Muslim population in America is less than 1%. And these strong Mr. Macho, conservative Texas sheriff, man, they took our jabs. What's he saying? Oh, be scared of the Muslims. There's Muslims everywhere, and they're coming to kill us. They're going to shoot us, and there's Korans and prayer rugs on the border. Think about how fucking stupid that would be. Let's say for a second, even though it's not true, let's say there are Muslims crossing the border. Why would they leave their prayer rugs on the ground for us to pick up and go, oh, they're coming? Why would they leave? Well, what are they going to do? Well, let's make it seem, let's scare the Americans by leaving behind a copy of the Quran right here in the middle of the fucking desert. Or, oh, no, they just dropped it. Right, because that's so likely. That's very likely of them. No, I can't take it. And then the end is exposes how, this is a great point that somebody made recently, I forget who, but you know, somebody was arguing that the only way to respond to people like this, all they understand is violence. So you got to gun them down, kill them all. And then somebody said, oh, well, the difference between you and them, nothing. You're exactly like them. all these people understand is violence. All we need to just kill everybody involved, and we need to be brutal and vicious, and et cetera, et cetera. Well, you're kind of blurring the difference between the two of you, aren't you? If we see, send them to hell. He said, send them to hell. You know who else says that? The Taliban says that. Send the infidels to hell. Well, Mr. Texas Sheriff, send them to hell. Fight them, make them urinate down both legs, man. That's what I want to do. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that guy understands at all the nuance and the complexity of the Middle East? And does he understand the difference between Sunnis and Shiites and Kurds and Alawites? Does he understand that U.S. intervention actually makes the problem worse empirically? Because, for example, we armed the FSA. They just made a peace deal with ISIS. So how do we know that ISIS won't get more weapons? Does he know that all the weapons ISIS has came from the U.S. because we left them behind in Iraq in the first place? He has no fucking clue. He has no fucking clue. Why? Because he's too busy being the love child of Boss Hogg and Bull Connor. Man, let me come on Fox News as a policy expert and tell you how. Here's my plan to deal with ISIS. You gotta make them urinate, shoot them in the face. Because I'm American. And we're moral people. We make you urinate and we shoot you in the face. I'm a Texas sheriff.